Alright, welcome back everybody. This topic today, I'm going to go ahead and discuss 5 things I love about my Sport Glide. Okay? A lot of this stuff is personal preference. Other people might have different likes, they might disagree with me. It's all good. If you disagree, you don't like what I say, or leave a comment. So anyways, number 1, what I love about my Sport Glide, I love the power of it. Okay, this bike has a 107 in it, which is about 1,750 cc's of pure torque. Now, on paper, if somebody wants to go by a stat sheet, you know, Harley Davidsons are not stat monsters, right? They don't make a crazy amount of horsepower. It only makes about 90 horsepower and about 110 pound-foot of torque. So torque is amazing. Oh, we got a little bit of a detour ahead. Go nuts and slow. Wave at them. I always wave with these guys. I used to do this kind of work. It's not easy. It's actually quite a bit of stress sometimes. Anyways, going back to the bike. You got torque for days, okay? Your torque starts kicking in at about, you know, 1700 RPM, goes all the way up to almost redline. And that's a stock bike. And they purposely kind of left these bikes, I don't know, just how it's designed, it's got a lot more potential. You know, if you want to do a stage 1, stage 2, I've done a stage 1 already. Got a little bump of power, but nothing crazy. Stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, it's a completely different animal at that point. You can easily almost double your horsepower with some of these big bore kits coming out. Anyway, so that's number 1. I love the power delivery of this bike. It's smooth. It has power whenever you want it. And yeah, it sounds great. Number 2, I love the flexibility of it. So you got your front fairing here. You have 2 saddlebags, or panniers as some people like to call them, in the rear, and they come off in seconds. So if you want to change the bike completely, whether you have you know, saddlebags off and leave the fairing on, take it all off, or you know, you have basically 4 bikes into one. Okay, first form is how I have it 90% of the time, which is everything on. Number 2 will be everything off. Okay. Number 3, I love how this thing handles. Anyway, that's 3 is, you know, fairing on, bags off. 4 is opposite. You have fairing off and bags on. Alright, so number 3, kind of hinted at earlier, is how it handles. I mean, this thing, you know, they don't have dual rotors in the front, okay? A lot of people complain about that because a lot of the Dynas had double discs in the front, okay? But this front brake has a lot of bite to it, and the rear has actually got pretty good bite to it as well. I mean, it's not no, you know, sport bike. It's not what it's designed to do. But if you want to, you know, go ahead and just take some twisties if you want, it leans over easy. It's got inverter front forks, and I never thought I'd know the difference until I drove 2 different bikes back to back. I drove a Heritage 114 and this bike back to back, and yeah, it's pretty obvious. Inverted front forks are superior. So handling's number 3. Number 4, what I like about this bike, and it's kind of a negative as well, but I view it as a positive. I'm going to turn around up here. Number 4 is going to be that it's just not a run-of-the-mill bike. You know, you see street bobs everywhere, you see heritages and deluxes everywhere. You know, it's not a bike that you just see every single day, but it is a Harley. So it's different, it stands out in the crowd, and I guess I've kind of always been that way. As growing up, I wasn't no freaking emo or goth kid like from freaking South Park, you know what I mean? But I was always been kind of an oddball, but kind of a nerd. Anyways, back to the bike. It fits my personality, okay? It's an oddball bike in a sense that in America there's not a whole lot of these around. I've only seen one on the street other than mine. I've had this bike for half a year, and where I live in Texas, there are Harleys galore. All right, Harleys everywhere. So number 4 is, I love that it's just kind of an oddball. It's not an exclusive bike or nothing, but it's not a run-of-the-mill bike that everybody has. You know, street glides or road glides, etc. Anyways, I'm gonna wait for these guys because I don't trust them. So we got a line of cars. So what should number 5 be? I love that truck. You see that? It's 22 kil. That's pretty badass. I have to rewind that a little bit and post edit, which I am new to this stuff. A little side note, that first video I did was the first ever video I tried to edit in my life. So yeah, it might not look like it, but it took a little while to get that thing put together. Try to figure out this DaVinci. What kind of photo editing software do y'all use? Because I'm thinking about using something else, because this DaVinci doesn't seem very beginner friendly, and I'm pretty computer illiterate. I mean, I've rebuilt computers. Anyways, back to the bike. What kind of video editing software do y'all use? Because it'd be a great help. I might change it up. I might even pay some. I mean, I guess you get what you pay for. So anyways, back to the bike. Number 5, El Cinco. Number 5, I would have to say the 5th thing I like about this bike. God, it's a tough one. I don't have a freaking, I have some kind of script that I thought of beforehand, so I just go off the top of my head. What are you doing there, guy? I'm gonna have to go with the usability of this bike, the comfort. That'll be it. The comfort. Ding, 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 ding. Right? The comfort. This bike is super comfortable. Now, there's a caveat to that. Okay. Number 1, this bike is super comfortable for the rider, the driver. Okay. Make sure that this person stops, because they don't look like they're stopping. All right. Comfort. This bike eats up bumps way better than my Sportster did. Now, I know that's comparing apples to oranges, okay? It really is. But, I mean, this is a bumpy road. This is not a, you know, right there, manhole. I mean, you don't feel it. Now, my Sportster, I feel like my spleen is exiting through the top of my back over these bumps. And it was an Iron 1200. Awesome bike, but anyways, number 5 is comfort. The caveat to it is, for the passenger on the stock setup, going as far as what seat, the stock seat's like a 10 to 15 minute seat. My wife got on here and she's like, you know, I love the bike, but the seat sucks. And I can't argue with it. The seat was not that good. So I'm going to get a sundowner seat. And the thing with the sundowner is it, the lines on the sundowner do not go very well with this bike, right? You get a big old fluffy cushion pillion and a big old fluffy cushion driver's seat that's about twice as thick as what you have on stock. It looks kind of weird, like you got some kind of marshmallow on the back of your bike. It's already burnt because it's black. Anyways, but it's comfortable as all hell. So sundowner it is. And if I wanted to just ride solo, I'll put the stock back on because I love the way it feels on the stock seat. Longhorns over here. Look at that. Ah, she sounds so good. Love it. Love the way she sounds. Alright. Anyways, that's my top 5. I love this bike. I love it, I love it, I love it. And let me know what y'all think. Stay tuned. I'll have more. If you like what you saw, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share it, you know. And I will update more videos in the future. Peace out.